The little boy's room is busy right now.
We've been drinking beers.
I hate beer.
Oh, it's a hot weather drink.
Oh, I don't think so. It always makes me warmer. Have you got any cigs?
Sure.
What kind are they?
Lucky's.
Oh, good. What a pretty case. Silver?
Yes. Yes, there's a inscription.
Oh, is there an inscription? I can't make it out. Oh. And if God choose, I shall but love thee better after death. Why, that's from my favorite sonnet by Mrs. Browning.
You know it?
Certainly I do.
There's a story connected to the inscription.
It sounds like a romance.
It's a pretty sad one.
Oh?
She's dead now.
Oh.
Knew she was dying when she gave it to me. It's very strange, very sweet. Very.
Well, she must have been fond of you. Sick people have such deep, sincere attachments.
That's right. They certainly do.
Sorrow makes for sincerity, I think.
Sure brings it out in people.
The little there is belongs to people who have experienced some sorrow.
I believe you are right about that.
I'm positive that I am. Show me a person who hasn't known any sorrow and I'll show you a superficial... Listen to me, my tongue is a little thick. You boys are responsible for it. The show let out at 11 and we couldn't come home on account of the poker game, so we had to go somewhere and drink. I'm not accustomed to having more than one drink. 2 is the limit. And 3... Tonight I had 3. Mitch?
Deal me out. I'm talking to Miss
Dubois.
Miss Dubois?
It's a French name. It means woods, and blanched means white. So the two together mean white woods, like an orchard in spring. You can remember it by that.
You're French?
We are French by extraction. Our first American ancestors were French Huguenots.
You are Stella's sister, are you not?
Yes, Stella is my precious little sister. I call her little in spite of the fact she's somewhat older than I, just slightly, less than a year. Will you do something for me?
Sure. What?
I bought this adorable little colored paper lantern at a Chinese shop on Bourbon. Put it over the light bulb, will you please?
Be glad to.
I can't stand a naked light bulb any more than I can a rude remark or a vulgar action.
I guess we must strike you as a pretty rough bunch.
I'm very adaptable to circumstances.
Well, that is a good thing to be. So you're visiting Stanley and Stella?
Stella hasn't been so well lately, and I came down to help her for a while. She's very run down.
You aren't...
Married? No, I'm an old maid school teacher.
You might teach school, but you are no old maid.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate your gallantry.
So you are in the teaching profession?
Yes. Ah, yes.
Grade school or high school or...
Mitch!
Coming!
Gracious! What lung power! I teach high school in Laurel.
What do you teach? What subject?
Yes.
You must teach art or music. Or I could be wrong, of course. You might teach arithmetic.
Never arithmetic, sir. Never arithmetic. You saw it before I came. Well, look at it now. This room is almost dainty. I want to keep it that way. I wonder if this stuff ought to be mixed with something. It's sweet. So sweet. It's terribly, terribly sweet. Why, it's a liqueur, I believe. Yes, that's what it is, a liqueur. I'm afraid you won't like it, but try it and maybe you will.
I told you already, I don't want none of his liquor. You ought to lay off his liquor. He said you've been lapping it up all summer like a wildcat.
What a fantastic statement. Fantastic of him to say it. Fantastic of you to repeat it. I won't descend to the level of such cheap accusations to answer them even.
Huh.
What's in your mind? I see something in your eyes.
It's so dark in here.
I like it dark. The dark is comforting to me.
I don't think I've ever seen you in the light. No, that's a fact.
Is it?
I've never seen you in the afternoon.
Well, whose fault is that?
You never want to go out in the afternoon.
Why, Mitch, you're at the plant in the afternoon.
Not Sunday afternoons. I've asked you to go out with me on a Sunday, and you always make some excuse. And then you only want to go out after 6 p.m., and then it has to be at some place that isn't lighted much.
There is some obscure meaning in this, but I fail to catch it.
The meaning is that I've never had a good look at you, Blanche. Let's turn on that light there.
Light? Which light? What for?
The one with the paper thing on it.
What did you do that for?
So I can get a look at you good and plain.
Of course, you don't really mean to be insulting.
No. Just realistic.
I don't want realism. I want magic. Yes, magic. I try to give that to people. I misrepresent things to them. I don't tell truth. I tell what ought to be truth. And if that is sinful, then let me be damned for it. Oh, don't turn the light on.
I don't care if you are older than I thought. But all the rest of it, Christ. That pitch about your ideals being so old-fashioned, and all the malarkey you dished out all summer. Oh, I know you are not 16 anymore, but I was fool enough to believe you was straight.
Who told you I wasn't straight? My loving brother-in-law, and you believed him.
I called him a liar at first, and then I checked out this story. First, I talked to one of our delivery men who drives through Laurel, and then I spoke direct over long distance to one of our merchants.
Who is this merchant?
Kefauver.
The merchant Kefauver of Laurel. I know the man. He whistled at me. I put him in his place. So now for revenge, he makes up stories about me.
3 people, Kefauver, Stanley, and Shaw, swore to them.
Rub-a-dub-dub, 3 men in a tub, and such a filthy tub.
Did you ever stay at the Hotel Flamingo?
Flamingo? No. Tarantula was the name of it. I stayed at a hotel called the Tarantula Arms.
Tarantula.
Yes, a big spider. That's where I brought my victims.
You lied to me, Blanche.
Don't say I lied to you.
Lies. Lies. Inside and out, all lies.
Never inside. I didn't lie in my heart.